Hello there. Are we recording? Yes, we are. I'm doing this live, so sorry if my if I start to ramble. That's just because I'm mesmerized by this incredible episode of Better Call Saul season 5, and the episode is episode 6, titled Wexler versus Goodman. And right now, already, this episode is the top-rated, most highest top-rated episode of this show, and I just finished watching this episode the first time. So these are my initial reactions. I haven't been able to talk about this season of Better Call Saul on this channel yet, but today I just had to make a video about this because I wanted to share my thoughts about this one immediately, because I am completely blown away by this episode. If you haven't yet seen this episode, go and check it out. If you haven't seen this show, you should most definitely start from season 1, episode 1. This is a pretty incredible show, and even though it is a prequel to Breaking Bad, watching this show you don't need to have seen Breaking Bad beforehand. And even though I know this is probably a controversial opinion, but as of now, as we are on season 5, we don't still know how this show is gonna end. We know that there's gonna be sixth season, but for what we've seen until now, I would even say that if you're not familiar with Breaking Bad, you should start with Better Call Saul. And I would say that this story would actually even work better if you watch Better Call Saul first and then Breaking Bad. But I don't know. We don't know yet how this show is gonna end. So, but anyway, let's get to the topic. Wexler versus Goodman opens up with a really amazing scene with young Kim Wexler and her mother, and her mother was played by I don't know who, but she must be like a sister or some relative. No, she isn't. Kim's mom was played by Beth Hoyt. Is she a relative to Ray Seahorn or not? I don't know, but she looked exactly like she could be her mom. So if they just managed to find an actor who look just like her, then props to the casting of Better Call Saul. Yeah, anyway, I was sure that she's like Ray's sister, so I don't know, but anyway, that first scene was the first ever flashback that we get from Kim's character, and that was really yeah, I mean, that was just the perfect way to first of all explain to the audience that the story that Kim told to Mr. Acker a couple episodes back about her childhood was true. A lot of folks were theorizing that she was just scamming Acker, sorry, with her story of her childhood. So now we pretty much saw that it in fact was true, and her mother was a bit of an alcoholic, and she had a rough childhood. And this whole episode, 51 minutes, is filled with great scenes. It kind of has a double introduction because after the main titles we get the Mesa Verde retro commercial, which was amazing. I really loved that, and it's great to see that before we really know what we're gonna or why we are seeing that. And then we go straight into Saul creating his crazy ads for his campaign, and that whole montage of with the camera crew, and them making in the nail salon those commercials was hilarious, and I loved that first scene with them sitting in the back room and the students saying no, we cannot do that, it's too fast, we have to need at least a week or 2 weeks, and that was just so funny. They are just amazing, amazing gang. Always great to see them together with Saul Goodman. And wow, this episode was really packed with great scenes. And then the first scene with Nacho in this episode, first time we see him in a few episodes, was really amazing. Just that first shot gave me chills. It was so. It reminded me a lot of Miami Vice in the in the style of it. You know, the car and then that abandoned old factory building with those glass, some of them broken windows, and Nacho's car having that red color and then that white part in the front of it, and then his shirt matching up with the colors of the scene. That was and that white part. It was just like red part at the bottom of the shirt. It was just like reminded me a lot of Miami Vice, you know, in the stylish way. You know, it was just everything was matched perfectly. The costume, the props, and the location, it all just matched up perfectly. And then seeing Mike back with Gus and being part of that gang was somehow really heartbreaking to me. It was devastating to see him being once again back with Gus and that business, and then them dealing with all that drug stuff. And I don't know, I just really felt bad for him, because now he's pretty much solidly involved with that operation, and while the same time it's cool to see him being a part of that gangster gang, but it's just, I don't know, it made me feel really bad for him, because this show has been amazing, amazing in the way that it's made you feel a lot more for Mike than what he, what we knew about him in Breaking Bad. Here he's been accomplished as this more sympathetic character, I think. So that was just sad and cool at the same time. And then all those scenes that we got later on with Mike were really great. I loved that scene in the library. It was super funny. And I don't want to go through all the stuff that we got in here, but the scene where Saul comes to the meeting with Kevin and all the lawyers, Rich and all that, was just... I was on the edge of my seat because I had no idea what was gonna happen, and somehow I felt really bad for Kim in that situation, and also Kevin a little bit. I think Kevin and Paige are really great characters, and the actors are really amazing in those roles. Even though they have been very minor characters in the earlier seasons, they are still very well established, and they feel very real. I really love that. And I have to mention that scene with Howard and Cliff Main, I think is the name of the character that is played by Ed, I think. Sorry, I mean, I should remember his name. Ed. This is the problem when I'm doing this live, so I cannot. Whatever. Let's just move forward. Beckley Jr. What's his name? Come on. Post it down in the comments. I don't want to mess this up, but I think I already messed up. Okay, sorry. I'm ashamed of myself. So anyway, let's go forward. That scene was hilarious, and I felt really bad for Howard once again because I don't think he deserves all that crap, even though he was super irritating and has been saying horrible stuff in the previous seasons. But still. And then that scene, I have to mention the scene with Lalo. Lalo? That was just amazing. Tony Dalton plays him so greatly. I haven't ever before seen him in anything else, but he's doing such a fantastic job here. I, for a moment, thought that he was gonna go crazy and kill all the cops because his character is so strange in a very unique way. You really have no idea what he's gonna pull off, and I was sure that he was gonna execute everybody. But I guess in the next episode we are gonna, or Saul is gonna get a phone call from Lalo from jail, so that's gonna get interesting, knowing now that Mike is also involved, and Mike is the one who put Lalo in this position, so all these things are gonna get now very much tightly wrapped up, and they are all connected, so that is really I'm looking really much forward into seeing how that all goes off, and I think it's safe to assume now that Lalo will be a really big, and all that whole case will be like pretty much the main, not maybe the main, but one of the main storylines that we are gonna be resolving in these final episodes of this season and also the next season. So I'm very excited about all that, and I hope that we will get Lalo also on the 6th season because his character is so great and the actor is amazing. And then the last scene, what can I say about that? The last scene with Jimmy and Kim at home was very wow. That was I have to tell you that that's probably one of the best scenes of this whole series as of now. Ray Seahorn did a really amazing performance on that one. How those emotions went from for the first few minutes of that scene, I thought when she was like wrapping up her sleeves, I thought that she was gonna do some. Okay, so yeah, that was just amazing, and it felt very real. The way it was written and the way it was performed, I don't know. It was just, I got tears to my eyes. It was really heartbreaking stuff. And then the end, like that last line before we went to the end credits, just felt very natural and very real. And that was a really hard scene to play because it had a lot of emotions and a lot of subtext, as you know, most of the scenes in Better Call Saul have. Most of the important stuff is said in the subtext, which is it makes it really rewarding for the audience, or at least for me as I'm watching this show, to watch this show, because the writers give you, the viewer, the pleasure to like use your own brains and to connect the dots, and they don't spoon-fed you, so a lot of the emotions, a lot of the stuff it's also rewarding for the actors on the show, because they get to do their job and they don't have to act saying their lines, basically, you know, if you know what I mean, like they really get to do that really real they get to bring out the real emotions, and they get to bring out there, finest. Okay, my vocabulary is is not the best when we get to dissecting the. Oh my god, yeah. So anyway, the acting part of the show. I'm ashamed of myself. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you how amazed I am by this episode. I think I'm gonna watch that immediately again because that was really something. I'm just so hyped up. Really brings up the feeling that I felt a few years back when Twin Peaks season 3 was on and I saw episode 8 the first time. I was really hyped up after that one also, and this time I have a really different kind of emotions, but it just pumped up the adrenaline inside of me, and really I am just so happy how great this show has turned. Like, it was great in the beginning, but I feel that it's just getting better and better each episode. So yeah, I'm just so happy that we get to experience and see this type of writing and storytelling on TV. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Write down in the comments what did you think of this episode. Did you like it? What did you like about it? What are you expecting to happen in the next couple episodes? We still have 4 more episodes to go this season, and then 13 more on the 6th, the last final season. So yeah, we'll see you again, hopefully sooner than later. I'm sorry I haven't been able to post that much on this channel lately because I'm very busy. I actually have another channel, which you can find the link probably at least on my channel page. I'm not sure if the link is below in the description, but anyway, I have another channel which is my main vlog channel, and I'm making there a lot of nature stuff, outdoor stuff, traveling, and yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So check that out if you're interested. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Take care. Bye bye. Wash your hands.